Whoa, hey, hey! Excuse me. I did not realize I had any company today. I would have been more prepared for. You can't say you've never played an air guitar yourself. I was just having a little fun little hoedown in between hoeing the corn. So, what did Eddie send you out for today? Tools. What kind of tools does he want me to show you? I got all kinds of tools. You know, I got snow shovels. I got this thing's piece of trash. It's like wussy man's snow shovel. We got, I think they call these a madox. Just a basic pick. One end, a little on that end. Oh, just some basic garden tools. No problem. Well, I want you to try to figure out which hoe is going to do the best job for what I'm trying to do here. First thing I want to do is hack out this big old thing here. Do you think this hoe is going to work the best for it? Or this pointed type hoe here? Or this hoe? Well, you guessed it. This man-sized rubbing hoe can take this out just like this. What? And it just gets under there, rips out the base, and it can also go through the side. You just sort of swing it like you would an axe, and you can rip up a right nice size hunk of dirt. Now, if you got the side up and you're just trying to do some lighter weeding, a hoe like this would be the best. You just come along the top, do some light, small strokes like this, and you just sort of chop or skim the surface. And that'll prepare your spot for some other type of hoe. If you want to put in a row of, let's say, carrots, you take this, and this will just dig a tiny but deep trench because it's got that little point to it. There's really no reason to hoe 6 inches deep if you only need a 1-inch slot to put the seeds in. So this is just one small example of having the right tool can help you really do the job right.
Okay, let's talk about the right tool. And the right tool is a pencil for many pencil drawings. Let's start off with keep your pencil sharp. You can't draw anything with this. Keep it sharp. When you have it sharp, you can do a big wide swath of shading like this. With this smaller one, it's a little harder. So now, did you know that each pencil has a name? And here's its name. This one's HB2. This one is 2B. This one is 6B. And now, most of you just have this pencil. And this pencil will draw just fine. If you don't have drawing pencils like these, don't worry about it. But if you can get some of these might help you a little bit. On the value scale, this one is sort of in the middle area, more naturally. And we wrote HB down here. This one is a 2 HB, so it's somewhere in this region. Now, over here on this dark box, this pencil, you can see how black this gets, how easily. This is a 6B, and when you think of B, think of bold. Bold is dark. And on this end, you have H's, 4H, 2H, HB. When you think of H, think of hard. The graphite is hard, therefore it lets off less graphite. So this 2B is most ideal for shading this box. But there's some variation. It can do any of these through here. Now you would have trouble making one of these pencils in the middle shade as black as this one. So having a range of pencils allows you to make very, like this 4H. What do you think the 4H is good for? It can make nice, light, delicate details like grass, maybe a little fur or hair. Now if I take the 6B and try to do the same thing, you can see that this is more what it wants to do. If I press very light, it can go somewhat light. This black, the 6B, is good for very dark, very black things you're trying to do, but it's not very good for down in this range because it tends to be very shiny and that kind of thing. So when you do your value scale or any drawing, if you have a range of pencils, it can help bring out this range of values better. Now, the value scale down in this range is really more white than anything. A pencil doesn't even work here that well. It's better off to just take a finger, blend it, and sort of smudgy these boxes, smudgy these, and try to make sure there's a little step each step of the way, just getting slightly darker as it goes up. Keep your shading neat and in the boxes. Don't get out here all like that. That's not good. If you need to, you can go back in and you can erase something to lighten it and then smudgy it some more. So it's kind of going back and forth until you feel like there's a clear step between each. So that's very basics on the pencil. One other thing, if you're trying to do details, use the point of the pencil, right? Like this. If you're trying to do shading, like large areas of shading, using this side of the pencil will get you there much quicker than if you try to shade with the point. So there's just a few things like that that can help out a great deal. We've already mentioned blending. You can use blending with just your finger, but if it's a small, let's say you have this little limb here and you want to shade the underside, you want to blend that, you're going to need a nice blending stump. Let me find the nice blending stump. Here's one, and we go down here and we keep that, make that nice and smooth in there. This blending stump's a little bit big for the job, but that's the general idea.